It's different. Oh, yeah.
Okay, good morning to you all.
Good morning.
My name is Jeffrey Moore, I'm your county aide for all y'all that do not know me. Now, I was talking with the commissioner chairman yesterday. First of all, I want to thank you all for, and for funding our grow room. I was out there in the grow room last night, and I counted. Right now we have 850 plants grown. Now, the main purpose for me here today, we're going to have an open house next Tuesday. But we need to know what time, what would be a good time for the commissioners to meet there. Y'all give me a time, please.
Joe?
Next Tuesday?
Next Tuesday, if y'all don't mind. Because David Patrick, he just marked off the whole day for that particular reason.
You wanna do it that morning?
It's totally up to you all.
He gonna work around y'all schedule, I guess.
I'm working around you all schedule. I just want,
Morning be fine for me.
Yeah, just,
Morning be better.
yeah, just do it that morning.
over around 10 o'clock,
That'd be fine.
10 o'clock?
Yes, sir.
Good.
Okay, 10 o'clock. Now, the purpose of the meeting is to give you all a breakdown on where your money is going, how it's been spent. And for you all to learn the purpose of the grow room. And for you all to see what we have been doing out there, because we worked out there last night, pretty late, you know. We got, made some room for some more tables. I thank God, it's small, but it's working. It's working. And you all see it on next Tuesday. Now, Commissioner Chairman, you mentioned something about the Old American celebration. That's gonna be on
Second Friday in May.
May the 8th, second Friday. What time it start and end? Start at 9, what time end?
Around noon.
Okay. I'll be there. We will be there. Cause we plan on giving away some plants and some material for gardening and workforce development and other things. Okay. Now, as y'all can see, what y'all have before you, Thursday evening at 6 o'clock, we have our home gardening program. We're gonna cover the grow room, and we're going to cover some practices that can be used for the home gardening or vegetable production, okay? Now, on the, also in Bullock County, on April 2nd, we have what's called a marketing assistance program for youth and adults and home gardening. So we're gonna cover all aspects. Because Commissioner Longer, he was at the program, and Commissioner McGowan was there for our program where people have a chance to put their voice in on what program they would like to see us implement as full as extensions. So we're going to talk about and implement some program for the youth, home gardening, and adult. And then we also have a co-op here in Bullock County. And they're going strong. I'm very proud of them because God showed those original members to me in 1992. And so in December of last year, they got their building completed. And if y'all get a check, go out there and check it out. It's nice, okay? Just some of the things that I'm doing here, with the extension. Now, like I said, Thursday, please do not forget about their home gardening program, okay? You're the one that have tomato plants.
Oh, yeah. It's probably for people to have, it's not for, sorry.
Okay.
I just had extra babies.
Well, you know, people bring that in my attention, I look over me, I'm not perfect, okay? That's all I had, any questions? I can't forget you, let's go. Any questions? Okay, y'all sure, okay?
Thank
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you all. Look with me.
Rob,
Morning, gentlemen.
Morning, morning.
I have two things I'd like to ask you about. First, all your county fire departments are struggling with membership. It's getting to the point some departments cannot even respond to their own calls. They're depending on other departments to help out. Now, I'm coming to y'all because y'all might think you don't have any control over these departments. But you do in a sense, because you send out a check to each individual department every month from tobacco tax sales. If you have a department in your district, I'd like for you to maybe visit them or talk with the chief or see what's going on. Because if they're accepting those checks every month, they're agreeing to do the job that they so-called signed up for. I suffer from it here, but I have a lot more calls than they do. But if everybody is splitting or getting the same size of the pie, piece of the pie, they need to pull their own weight. Now, that doesn't mean you can't call for help, but they cannot continue to expect another fire department to leave their district and go to another district because they don't want to go or can't go or don't have anybody that can go. One man can go with the truck and one man can spray water and attempt to fight a fire. It could save property. But I'd like for you to try to, if you get around and get some of these departments to please try that and see if we can get anything going. The younger generation has no commitment to community whatsoever. And these departments are relying on the older generation, and I'm talking about 70 and above in some departments, to do the work that's impossible. But like I said, if they take that check every month, they're agreeing to do the job. Second thing, on the old cap building out here, y'all applied and received a grant for $150,000. And you did not use that money. The rescue department tried to use that money on several occasions, and every time we went to ADECA and SCADC, seemed like the rules of the game changed. It went to maybe building a building, purchasing a rescue vehicle, to know that won't work, so you can use the money to buy a brand new vehicle. A brand new vehicle is over $1 million. So I'd like to know what's going to happen to that money, or if there's any other chances we can use that money somewhere.
I'm glad you said, because it's on the agenda here, item number 6. Because I got some information from Ashton yesterday about 8:50 a.m. Regarding that, and basically she wants to know where we stand. She's saying because we have to, put these funds in place or have them potentially expended by, I think, August. Because we don't have it expended by August. It doesn't matter at December 26th. Those funds are going to go back to ADAC and revert back to them. And that's why I put it on the agenda, just for discussion topic today, for the gentleman to see the email that she sent yesterday. But that's currently where we sit. With her, yeah.
All right, thank y'all very much.
On that, I thought we had put a commissioner over that, didn't we? Didn't we have to put someone over that oversee that and gonna try to push that forward.
But every time we try to do something, like Rob said, they change the rules, so we at a standstill. That's where we stand.
I know that recently, they were requiring a higher batch. I mean, first they said, we can get the, fire truck or emergency vehicle, then
So that we bring,
probably go out.
and just see what that work, so that we bring,
Probably go out.
and just see what that work.
It's gonna happen. Yeah.
Jason,
Just give it the upcoming weeks. I know they had some changes at Scatson and just had a new election, so I wish the new officers would.
if that's the route the commission wanna go for, is helping him, you will need your expertise on some specs or try to put a plan together for us. I guess the dirt work, what it would take with the loss. You and Rob,
See, if they're gonna take it back in August or December, you're looking at, you gotta have, plans, you gotta put it out for bidding, everything.
Well, it's 150, yeah, you're gonna have to put it out.
it's supposed to be a $200,000 grant.
Yeah,
We never
never used that.
never used that 50, so it's supposed to be a $200,000 grant. That's what it was in the beginning.
Man,
So basically, I mean, you can reach out to some contractors and kind of have them to give you a layout.
I already got the layout.
You got a
I've
layout?
got the layout, but the thing about it is,
So, all right.
prices are changing
Oh,
daily.
it's gonna change, especially with fuel and all that.
We could hear the idea, but I was just saying, I don't wanna lose the money. If
No, we need to put it
we can
towards.
use it, fine. If y'all can use it, fine. Just don't wanna lose it. But get to a pinch point now where time's gonna run out.
I mean, we had it for that jumbo water building, but we took a different angle. Now we gonna do that out of capital improvement to try to finish it up. So we got some bid specs here that we can look at. It's supposed to be one more from another contract, here in Union Springs. Trying to use the people's here in Union Springs local on them things if we can.
Within that, in that budget, I guess, kind of see what you can get put together quick within that.
Got 150 could work on that other way too.
August is coming before.
Like they supposed to put $1,000 if they ain't
I mean,
changed.
you're right. You're right. I mean, we could-
I mean,
that'll be the more simple, that'll be the thing that really,
That's
it
important.
really would that. I wanna build it, I need to build it,
but you're right.
but the elevator's probably.
All right, well, I mean, as the commissioner agree with it, we'll go forward and try to, change it, go down there and amend it. And once we get it amended, we'll amend it for the elevator. I mean, that's, and then that'll be putting a brand new elevator in from top to bottom, not all this stuff you're talking about, re-overhauling like we did last time. And then whoever do it, they'll have responsibility for it all.
Right.
If the commission agree with that, let's
I
put
agree,
that on
yeah.
the agenda today
Yeah,
and have that in the minutes here,
that's,
so we can take that to them. If that's okay with the
Chairman.
commission.
Chairman,
Yes, sir.
for clarity, I keep saying two different numbers, 150, supposed to be 200.
It was a $200,000 grant.
Okay,
When we got the grant approved and everything, it's just coming on.
tying it in.
Mayor Whittington sent Jason to us to ask for $50,000 to go toward the project they supposed to be doing in Midway, which never came to fruition, so,
the clinic,
yeah. So it never came to
so the money's
fruition.
still
It's
here.
supposed to be, we don't have it
Because it
in-house, but
was
it's
so
supposed to be a
distance.
$200,000 grant.
It may fall.
So the number is 200.
Like we,
What it was for, $200,000 grant.
All right,
dedicate, we showed them use for that.
just want
Cause
to
you remember, we met out here, so kind of doing the COVID time, we met out at Stonesville. And she said, Jason, I asked for $50,000 of that money, to go for that project in Midway, but that project never, took place, so
But I thought we had reached out.
it's still, that's an asking them to change, but they can change it every time we
We
go
had
to
this
them.
focus on doing the,
It's supposed to be a $200,000 grant.
the overall, not the actual.
Chairman?
Yes, sir.
Before we take any action, we need to get with Ashton. Did she say exactly how much is left in that email you got, how much we have to spend?
No, it doesn't
We need to
say.
see how much is actually left to be spent and what qualifies under COVID and talk that over with her before we take any action on anything and get an understanding. If this qualified, that qualified under COVID and get some understanding before we go forward. How much is left? And then what projects we wanna look at, do they qualify under COVID, and can she put it in under COVID? Before we just take some action on something, let's get with her right away, ASAP, and see. Who wanna get with her right away and see? Commissioner Marlowe said he'll attempt to get with her right away, see how much is left, and then let him know what projects we're looking at, if they qualify for COVID, so it won't be running all over the place. And the ones that qualify for COVID spending, she's gonna have to put it together.
That might miss you one. But, okay, Commissioner Marlon, you're gonna handle that.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Thanks, Commissioner.
I know you gotta get back to your business.
Morning.
We have a employee that's doing an exceptional job in the judge probate office. It's a 6-month probation. Her name is Denise Trejo. She speaks Spanish very fluently. Got an asset to the office and also this organization. This time I'm requesting that she go from $13 an hour to $15 an hour. I believe my budget will sustain that.
Want that done today or next week?
Well, it need to be done today, because a 6 months probation will be up on the 29th of March. I think that's beginning of a new pay period, I believe also.
Bishop, I got a question there. Adding that to the agenda today.
No problem.
No problem.
Thank you. Thank you.
Cooper, you got it?
Yeah, she's on the UAB partnership. Cool. She's about to speak on. She's about to speak about it.
Good morning.
She's talking about
City of Union Springs, in partnership with UAB, Department of Health and Science, are asking to use the Richard B. Stone Armory on April 18th to host a community chronic care clinic / health fair. Ms. Jaleesa Hudson, she's a native of Union Springs. She has a degree in health and science, and she works at UAB, where they have a glucose monitoring test, high blood pressure cuffs, and they also want to do chronic care screening and ACD testing for the citizens. And Union Springs doesn't have a venue that's big enough to hold, so we're requesting to use the armor on April 18th. I talked to Jason yesterday, and he told me to come before you all.
Commissioners?
What's the date?
Interfering with no other schedule, it's fine with me
It's on
because
Saturday.
we need any help, anything that's gonna help the county and help the city. We're in partnership.
April 18th.
Chairman,
Yes,
I don't think enough has an opposition, but protocol has been set. The use of that building is done through, the scheduling they have out there, and check with them, and they have the final say, so we don't inject into when that building can be used or can't be used.
And that's what I was told Friday, but when I
That's what-
talked
that's
to
the way
Jason
it's been,
yesterday,
yeah.
he told me to come before you all, so I'm just doing my part.
Well, how does it work, Jason?
Listen, one thing, in the past, we got more and more requests, and then the commission decided at some point to only do events if it was county-related, city-related, things like that, sponsored by the city, county, board of education, whatever the case may be, HR, stuff like that. This was Ms. Cooper brought it up to me as this outside organization. Yeah, I think they may be now working with the city also on this thing, but it was an outside organization that was brought up, and so that's why I'm bringing it to you. But it's also on a Saturday, which, we'll get somebody to open it up and close it up. But I do remember in the past that when we were talking about use of the building, it was only for, the convention decided it was only for city, county, stuff like that. And then, any other outside organizations would have to be brought up before you guys. That's my recollection of it.
She's stating it like it's for the city.
We just didn't have a venue big enough.
Yeah,
'Cause I
that's
can
what,
really
I mean,
see-
that's what it's stated to us now, that.
Well, yeah, and I think the city's on board with it, but when we talked about it yesterday, you know, I think it's mainly being hit up at UAB, but I'm all for it. I mean, I just want it done the proper way. And like I said, we get approached by stuff all the time. Everybody wants to use the building. City's on board with it, and if they're moving it, you know, directing it, that's fine with me. But, we talked about it yesterday, you know, UAB is, I guess, the UAB is gonna be kind of one-headed up with the city.
They would need to be in the gymnasium, right? Okay. But that's, I mean, to me, it's fine.
But she brought to my attention the other day, that's what I told, that's why I sent it to you, because that's what they said, because the school, Mr. Cooks, and they said that you, Caleb Carver, handle all the scheduling out there. And to come back here, we gotta be careful. Now, a young lady, we got that nursing home came and wanted to become a health fair, and we told her no. So we gotta be fair, we gotta be fair. Put some kind of policies in place in writing instead of word of mouth, and be fair to everybody. You know, that's what we need to do.
True. But sometimes we are approached by people who, you know, have their own business. That's what they do. And then making, you know, that's what their business is. It's healthcare related. And so they benefit from that. And so, I mean, you kind of need to be careful with that too. You know, because you open that door, then it's like everybody. And we do get a lot of requests. You know, everybody wants to use the building.
Oh, do this. I mean, you're in the, she's standing in the capacity of the city, right?
Right, yes, sir.
I mean, she's standing in the capacity of the city. And you know, that, if it's in the capacity of the city, that's a city event. It ain't like no individual coming, you know what I'm saying? True. I mean, it's different between the one you're talking about, Chairman, that was an individual with a business came, you know, but you're talking standing in the capacity of the city. We wanna help the town, the city of Union Springs, town of Midway, we wanna help them if we can. I think it's a good event.
Okay, say no.
But it need to be up from the, you know, the city need to be, I mean, it's saying partnership, but it need to be the city somewhere on that, you know what I mean? Saying about the city.
I'll make sure.
Yeah,
Also,
make
while I'm
sure, make
standing
sure.
up here,
Yeah.
I don't, Patrick, it's not on the agenda, I guess, because we're still waiting for you guys, everyone to get an opportunity to look at the, get everyone, an opportunity to look at the previous, management plan. But that is the quote that I received from Liddell and Associates for the solid waste update, management plan. It is $20,000. I spoke with someone from ADM. They said that it is required because it helps them with the overall management plan for the state. I know that in the plan, I'm not sure if Ms. McGowan still has it, but in the previous update or management plan, it talks about if you have a landfill or if you're thinking about doing recycling. In the future, if our number of customers gets bigger, we could apply for grants through ADM, but you can't qualify for the grants unless you have a solid waste management plan.
Man, what's our base gotta be to apply for one? I mean, for this, you know, customer base.
They didn't go into just that detail, but, yes, sir. Ms. McGuire, do you still have that?
I have it, and I looked at it and I have a question. You know, nothing's changed. Can we just revise this plan and send it back? Nothing's changed in the past few years in what we have here in Bullock County.
The population and the population has changed for the city of Union Springs, because the town of Midway is included, and the city of Union Springs is included. Now, you can ask the town of Midway and the city of Union Springs to give a portion, because I think they did it when they did it in 2015. But yeah, the population has changed, and then you have to do it based on what you foresee the population being within the next 10 years, so.
So that'll be nice to do.
I mean, I looked through it, I didn't see a whole lot of changes, anything, any difference. They have to do a whole lot of work, you know, for this. That's what's gonna be my question. Why do we, population didn't change that much? You know, we losing population, it's not getting any larger in this.
Yeah, we are.
So it's not getting any larger, so this same plan, I thought might just work, if we could just revise it and use it without paying $20,000 to do the same thing.
You're gonna get our attorney to revise it?
I don't know, but that's why I took it and reviewed it. I said, shucks, man, nothing's changed in this from the last 10 years since that was done.
I give you a quote.
That'll help your budget.
I was gonna request.
No, they gotta come out.
I know.
That's what they have to budget. You can't use it right there. They're saying $20,000. It's gonna get it.
Basically the same stuff, there ain't nothing changed in there. Do that all, that was good.
I'm not gonna be able to review all this here today. Ms. Cooper,
Yes, sir.
the plan, we approved this in 2015, correct? You may not have been on board, but this is the copy you have for your, and it's a plan, I guess, that you're supposed to submit for their regulations.
Yes, sir.
Is there a time, went into effect in 2015, we're now in 2026. Is there anything, and I haven't read this, so I'm just seeing it right now, and Commissioner handed it to me. But based on your reading of it, is there anything that's time sensitive?
No, sir.
Everything, and I guess it's just establishes protocols for spills, cleanups, whatever.
Yes, sir.
When you say population it affects it, can you tell me what that means?
I guess just if we were to apply for grants, if we ever wanted to use or get recycling bins or anything of that nature. So it just includes the city of Union Springs, the town of Midway, just for Bullock County overall.
Okay. This plan covers, just so I know, the county line to line, county lines all the way.
Yes.
Midway being included in that county, City of Union Springs being included in that county. And whatever, do they abide by these same plan?
Yes, sir.
The regulations in here that control the City of Union Springs and us?
Yes, sir.
I mean, I don't know if this is a regulatory document because the code regulates.
Right.
But this, does the city sign off on this?
No, sir. It's just a county.
Are there any potential financial cost if there's a problem outlined in these?
Not from my understanding. When I talked to Mr. Thrash from LaBella, that, no, sir. It just
And the
said
reason I
it
asked,
includes them, so.
for instance, I'm not being facetious, but just trying to lay out a scenario. I know if there's one of our trucks goes out County Road 31 and something happens and there's a big garbage spill, these regulations, this manual, whatever, does this cover that as to what to do?
No, sir.
It does not. So it's not a environmental document for environment or anything like that. I know we can't pick up hazardous materials.
No, the state of Alabama through Department of Human Resources have their person in place who has a lineup in the event that something happens with waste on the county road. So that's something totally different.
And it's the same if there's a waste on the city street. Of course, I know they're a private company, entity that are doing the city. I don't know about Midway.
Same.
So I guess if they have, and I'm just trying to get up to speed as to what this document is supposed to do.
I think it's just overall funding for the state of Alabama for their environmental management, but it's nothing just affects county to county. It's just for them to have an overall state management plan, so they get each county to do their own management plan, which they in turn put it into the one for the state.
So, well, again, I'm just trying to understand, why are we spending, why would we spend $20,000 when we got one?
I was just bringing it to you. I wasn't here.
I understand, that's what I'm saying.
Yes,
I didn't know if there was a reason we had to, after 11 years, take another step, or could we continue to abide by?
I think you just have to have one, so if you wanna use that one and just do it, then I think that should suffice.
Okay, are we paying, is the money we pay in this company, or potentially paying to actually pay for this one of these?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so I guess my review then will be looking at this through the eyes of what's changed and what do we need to change, if anything. And if we don't need to change anything, we don't need to spend $20,000,
So it'd
correct?
be on you then, I guess, as our county attorney, because I think you paying more so for the company to do the research or whatever for updating it, but.
To
if-
do
if
the
it-
research?
Yes, sir, research is included in that 20,000 as well.
Okay, you lost me. What are they gonna research?
The research for the demographics, I guess, for the population and anything else that's requested in there, so,
Okay.
Ms. Cooper,
yes, sir.
you said 15, I think Shirley was over solid waste at that time, we hadn't even went with Am Waste. So she should have put that plan together, been a part of it.
That's it. That's it right there.
We got Birmingham.
Yeah, she gave it to me, that's it, yeah. And the people in Birmingham, they did it, they're close. But it was 20,000 then too.
So, Amwaste is gonna be probably named in here as the provider, they're not?
Bullock County was doing it their own then.
At this time in 2015,
We were doing
we were doing it, then it was,
it after.
but it wasn't updated when we went with a private company.
Privatizing in 18.
Okay.
I mean, we can come back to it because they
Oh,
just
and
sent-
I understand,
yeah,
I
they
just
sent
wanna,
the letter
I
in
just wanna
February.
understand what
And I
I'm
think you have
looking
until,
at and looking for.
by the end of this fiscal year to have something in place, so we do have time. I just know that it took time to, get it started, so that's why I was bringing it to you all.
Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
Thank
I
you.
was using your head. It sounds like to me, we need to save $20,000.
Most definitely.
Just saying.
Chairman, before we move on, you were talking about the use of Richard B. Stone building. You mentioned something about having a policy. We talked about that 2 years ago. Why don't we go ahead and draft a policy and we go over that work session next meeting and we go ahead and adopt that policy at our second meeting in April.
How y'all wanna do it?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
They have a policy, let's review the policy when we draft one. That policy's been set already, I mean, you said we don't have one, but that's why I was understanding that we had a policy and I was.
Where is it?
Kyle has it out there, in Central.
I don't know if we have a written policy.
They have a written
And
policy.
probably one of the written, probably what we had before though, we were kind of limited with the Armory still being an ownership group, so they kind of limited what could be done. So I mean, if you want to look at it from that standpoint, it probably needs to be updated anyway, with the county being the owner now.
Well, with that being said, check with Kyle and see what the procedure is to work with something. We don't just come up and say something, what Kyle has been working, to get that information to bring it into the work session. Because we don't talk about then, how it's been managed, what's been happening, and get an understanding. Because they've been doing it for all these years. So just get the input.
What's
We've been doing it, but we haven't
We're
really had
gonna
anything.
do input. We're gonna do a rough draft policy. We're gonna talk about our work session and we'll adopt it our second meeting.
We don't know exactly how it's been used, what they've been
According
doing,
to-
enough information to give,
According to who though?
to the people that's been managing it and setting scheduling and what it's been used for
That
the last
because
15
the Army
years.
owned it, that because
No, that wasn't because the Army owned it, that's the policy Colin and Jason have been using out there. They've had a policy,
You have a written
it's not
policy?
written, but they have a policy that's verbal we've been using. Let's look at-
verbal's not working, so we wanna adopt a written policy.
We want to understand what's been happening. We sit here and
We
adopt.
can't go with what been happening.
I don't have anything to add to a policy.
Well,
Without knowing,
our
without knowing.
administrator's gonna adopt one roughly, and we're gonna sit here and hammer it out, and we're gonna vote on it, and we have an adopted policy for that building. Cause right now, verbal is not working.
Okay.
It's simple.
Well, I'll research on what they've been doing and bring it to the.
Okay, and work with Patrick on it, yes, sir. We're gonna set it.
When y'all plan on,
Work with Patrick, we're gonna set the policy.
when y'all plan on having it now?
We're gonna adopt it the second meeting.
Okay. Jason, make sure call Ms. Esther know and you be here as well. And that way y'all.
We can have the advisors on it.
That's what I'm saying.
Just let them get their input on it and then we just
They know
go.
what they're doing.
You said the second meeting in April, Mother?
Yeah,
Okay.
we have a rough draft, in April,
Okay,
April 14th, we have a rough draft,
okay.
and we're discussing our work session.
You need some, it's just in our position now, we need some in writing. Like I said, that young lady that came, she had a free health fare, but she had to go pay schools for rent, cause we wouldn't let her continue, let somebody else have a health fare. So to have a clear understanding on all our behalf, so we put it in writing, the citizen comes. We don't want her to feel like we looked over her, cause she might take that some type of way,
I agree.
you know, just.
Let's put it in writing.
Put it in writing, and Jason and Carl have to go by what we approve. We don't belong to us, Carl,
Thank you.
Carl, and they didn't call the name, you know, to the county.
Yes, sir.
Mr. Moore.
Mr. Moore, I think. Yes, sir.
Okay, let me ask you a question. Will the person at the Richard B. Stone building, I call it county office, will they have a designated person out there with a calendar of events?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
So in other words, that's why I need to, because see now, what I've been doing, like program I'm having Thursday, I have my program every Thursday to keep from interfering with my Bible study Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. But I have seen some cases where I want to have a program on Thursday, some other people already have allotted that day. So I backed up and changed my approach. Am I making sense?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good enough.
I think that's the point I was gonna make there, just make sure you consider some type of priority system in there as well too, in case you have conflicts on the same day.
Yeah, that's,
Like
like Jason was saying, you know, if it's after hours.
Good, because it's the people like the county extension program, Auburn and Tuskegee, we should have priority over that. I think so.
We do have a calendar, and then usually that does take priority. Anything the extension has, or anything the county has, is usually priority. We're usually able to work around it, and, you know, Carla's got a little small conference room in her office, so we usually work around it.
But
Okay.
a lot of times, this program is during the work hours, but these after hours, then you gotta get a man to come and close the building, well, you gotta pay him overtime.
Right.
But everything is free, that's why they run for the school system.
Yeah, the school system, the city charge.
They gonna
Well, I
charge
don't know
you.
about the city, but
Yes, sir.
the school system does charge.
For the nutrition.
Uh,
He was saying about the city charging, they don't rent the community center, but the nutrition site, they charge.
oh, yeah, they charge down there, but I'm gonna get out of that one.
Write a policy that one too, while we write policies.
Get out of there.
While we write.
We do order. Yeah. That ain't right. Jim, I'm sure right about that. You right. Keep it, do everything.
So we just said one thing, but now you have a citizen to call the commissioner at night, and then they come and change their mind, you know, that's a policy. You know, like I said, city rent that building out, make the money, but they don't fix nothing. They keep all the money, don't fix nothing, and they care less.
Policy.
Yeah.
But what's going down, like, so they tore that door up down there, and they hand painted up and painted with a can of spray paint, make it look like a shot house. And they don't care, they keep
Policy.
the money.
We're gonna put it out.
But, you know, then we're gonna move on, so. Good luck.
Good morning to everyone, honorable chairman and commission members. Just have a couple things. One thing that I did want to request, I see you all have on the agenda, and that is, of course, our a reappointment of Mr. Pedro Gonzalez, so I would appreciate you all taking care of that. His, board appointment is due to expire in May, and we'd love to get that, get him reappointed. I also want to thank everyone, and I do mean everyone, for their support of this year's Cruising to Clothe the Child charity. We raised $5,467 for local Bullock County foster children. So please just give yourselves a hand, because that's like, in addition to the charity, our city and our county looked amazing on Saturday. There were people united, not only, and I didn't see people thinking about race, political, religion. I mean, it was just like everybody was on one accord for one collective mission and having a good time. And that's how we want our county and city highlighted. So thank you all for that. And not only your support of that event, but I want to also thank you all for your support of my career. For the last 20 years, I've been able to come to work daily and serve where my passion, my purpose, and profession have collided. April 1st, some of you may know, but April 1st, I have accepted a promotion as a Human Resource Regional Manager, and I will no longer be able to be housed in Bullock County. There's a policy in place that you have to be out of the county at least 2 years. So I will be housed in Barber County, but I will be over probably about 10 counties in our region. And so our county is in great shape. Like, I put our team, our staff at the top. We're winning on many levels. We have exceeded standards, and we are consistently exceeding standards across the board. So our county is doing well, and I'm full faith that we will continue to do well. Our staffing has been stabilized for at least the last 3 years at 80% or greater. And so we're in good shape, and I just thank the community for your support, because I'm looking in this room, and on some level, I have partnered with just about each of you, and I thank you for that. And the good news is Bullock County is my home, and I will forever be here and work and serve as a community member. But if you all have any questions, I'll be glad to entertain them. But I just really wanted to close out with a big thank you.
Thank you. Thank you for all you've done.
Yeah, I got it.
And make us one promise. You'll find somebody to replace you that's involved like you are.
Well, we are, like I said, we're in real good shape, and we don't try to keep anybody down. We coach up leaders where we are. Now, procedurally, there will be an interim director that will come in for a certain amount of time. You know, it could be 30 days, it could be it could be 1 month, 6, 9 months. I've had to go serve in other counties as interims, and you never can tell how long it might be. But we are in good shape, and they'll be inheriting a county in good standing. So.
I have two questions. The appointment, do you need that today, or that could wait till the next meeting?
It's on the agenda,
Okay,
so I would love for you.
thank you.
Yeah, we brought it at the last meeting, so if y'all could go ahead and vote on that, that'd be great.
We got that.
Yes, sir.
Will you still have the car show?
We are already, y'all, we have gotten so much feedback from people that we don't even know. Like, we discovered some videos yesterday, we just happened to know him, but we have gotten feedback. There were people on this strip, not only from surrounding counties, but surrounding states. Like, people drove 5-6 hours to be here. It was amazing. And the car show will continue. Of course, it will be up to the incoming director. If they partner with us, my first love is our foster children, and that's where I would like the charity to go. So I feel that we would be able to continue partnering. Car show will continue, but we're already taking in feedback, suggestions, and plans for space, because it was kind of like the scripture says, sit by a window and I'll pour you out a blessing. You won't have room enough to receive it. My husband and I were at the marathon when I was getting calls saying, hey, we're full. And I'm like, hey, there's 20 cars behind us and there's cars coming that way. But it all worked out, and it was wonderful. So we're going to look at, I know you mentioned about using the other part of the street. I love the city and county not only being the center location, but we have to think about bathrooms and things like that. So I'm thinking more along the lines at this time, as we have done the Chunanegi Fair, and still having city and courthouse being the central location, and going down that way. But we're in the, we start planning a year in advance. So we'll be asking for committee members, so anybody that'd like to work with us, we need all the volunteers we
Well, I'd
get.
like to come back on the other end, not changing anything,
Yes, sir.
but since you have more cars, since the drugstore don't open on Saturdays now, if they don't have a funeral, then more cars would go park on down that way.
Yes, sir.
That liquor store is open.
Huh?
That liquor store, there's a lot of people going to that liquor store. You don't wanna block that now, I'm telling you.
And you don't wanna block the post office that.
Well, we'll, have like, you know, some committee brainstorming, planning meetings going forward because, my staff has been a big part of the volunteers and making it happen. And so now we'll, you know, need some community people to help us. And
Commissioner,
we'll
you
talk
gotta do it
about
by yourself now, you just gotta do it by yourself.
See, I agree, man, I got too many irons in the fire, man.
You can't stop it, it's too
But I know,
good.
it's going, I'm gonna continue to go and continue to advocate.
I was just gonna say, it was kind of a dichotomy, my husband brought some people with a car from a very small town, I can't even say it, no, that one. I brought a friend from Phoenix City, and so we had like people from a really small town who were jealous, and they're like, our town doesn't have any of this. And then somebody from Phoenix City, where you know there's a million things going on, and she was like, this is so nice, it's so small town. So it was really interesting to have that dichotomy of big city, small town. And they were all just like, this is so great, we're coming next year. So fantastic job.
Well, thank you.
Thank you, all right.
Just gonna bypass that, he didn't show up. Young Brandon Rivers, he was talking about putting a vending machine in the courthouse, but he didn't show up, works for the state prison system in Bullock County.
Oh, and in regards to the uses of the Richard Stone, one other thing, I just asked, Mr. Jason about the Child Advocacy Center, which is a community partner that's on your agenda in regards to the proclamation for Child Abuse Awareness Month in April. They are a core true partner with us, and we operate in a multidisciplinary mode with law enforcement, school officials. They have requested to do a simulation training in regards to child abuse and neglect in our county May 14th from 8 to 4. That is a Thursday, Mr. Jeffrey. And so 8 to 4. And they were asking if they could use Richard Stone because of the space, because they were trained not only DHR staff, but law enforcement and some school officials. So do you all think it would be okay to go ahead and approve that usage, or should we wait for the policies and procedures?
I think if they ain't got it, then go on with it until you put something in
Well,
place.
he's gonna check the calendar
Check the
for us,
calendar,
but,
just check the calendar.
Well, what Thursday?
May 14th.
From the, go ahead.
Okay.
Because
So
we
just
don't
like
have
that.
a program in May, but it is gonna be after registration, it's gonna be on Thursday, but we're gonna start at 6 o'clock. We can take advantage of the daylight saving time. Okay?
Yes, sir, thank you.
No problem at all.
Okay, we just got that, that's the sales tax.
Kaylee Gang proclamation. She's not here today though, but you know, every April is Child Abuse Awareness Month, and so we move to put that proclamation to the agenda because she has to have it by, you know, in April for Child Abuse Awareness Month. Do we usually approve proclamations, or I just present it for informational purposes? We want to approve the proclamation?
I think we ought to put it on the agenda and approve it.
Okay.
Just be better, probably.
Okay.
We'll be covered.
Yeah. Okay.
Maybe.
We just talked about that. Sales and use tax audit group. Yeah, I put that on the agenda and I have it attached in you all's folder. You all, the information I've given you today. As far as this is seller's use tax for mobile homes coming out of Tallahassee into Bullock County. And one of our representatives, David Bruce, called me yesterday and asked me, did we want an audit in place for that, to audit any incoming mobile home taxes. And I brought it to you all because I know we have a clause in place in our contract that they have to contact us for any and all audits. And usually we bypass these kind of audits because they're so minute. The only audits that we usually take into consideration are the sales taxes because they're huge. But as far as the lodging tax and that mobile home tax, it's so minute that we don't think it's feasible, and it is cost prohibitive to have that audit in place because the audit cost may exceed the cost of the actual collection. And so, I mean, I just brought it for informational purpose. Do you gentlemen want to move forward with an audit on that, or just leave it be.
Chairman,
Yes,
did they have a cost as it relates to this audit?
There's no, we don't know the cost right offhand, but, we know the collections, he had given me a figure of the collections of those mobile homes that came across the, county line, which was $2,800. So he wanted to go further and audit throughout the county to see, was there any additional monies that he could find? And he wasn't sure if he could, it's just for auditing purposes, so that's why I say I think it's probably be cost prohibitive not to move forward with that audit, because I don't think it's cost prohibitive. I think we would spend more in audit fees than actual collections. But I mean, it's up to you gentlemen to decide, and I get back with it.
Well, Chairman,
Yes.
if you could just ask him, Patrick, the cost of the audit, and then we can compare it to what, just compare the two. The cost of the audit service might be minimal, but we don't know. Just check with it and bring it back.
Okay, I will. Oh, he no deadline.
ain't no deadline.
No, he just wanna know moving forward. We talked about the ADEC grant.
Commissioner Larkin, you want to talk about the,
Well, we was waiting on one more bid to come in, and they haven't came in yet.
Right.
And, I guess everybody just look at the ones we got, and then once that quote come in, then we just go from there.
discuss it next week?
Yeah.
Okay.
Discuss it next week.
Yeah, no need us talking about that.
For the next agenda.
Everybody see what we
Yeah, we'll
got.
see, we'll talk about it next week, maybe it came in.
Okay.
Chairman,
Yes, sir.
I have a question. I looked at these two quotes while we were sitting here, and I see one covers the flooring and one does not cover the flooring. They're not covering exactly the same thing.
They both covering flooring.
Well,
He just got it
I didn't
wrote,
see it on one.
he got it wrote as VIP, vinyl. Yeah, you looking at bridges, right?
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, when you see right there where, said existing carpet, installing VIP, and the place of the existing carpet in the areas on the floor where the carpet.
Okay. I see it. I mean, that's there. But
Yeah, he didn't put
in comparison, the two that I see, is everything exactly the same, or different in the price? Are there any differences? That's what we get, look when we see.
Well, that's what we need to look at.
Yeah.
And make sure, once we make a decision on them, just making sure oranges and oranges.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, that's all.
Maybe waiting on another quote to come.
We're waiting on one more to come in. I texted the gentleman, I thought he had brought it, but, once there, and then we can just go forward with trying to get that building rehabbed on the inside. And then our next step, guys, will be getting the HVAC work done that we need to get done.
And we got to the end of the year.
And then, and then we should be ready then for someone to, whatever office we wanna put somebody in there, it'll be open then. We've been done our due diligence to get it up to the standard. If you wanna move the agent over there after we get that, you can, that'll open space up in y'all office.
Right.
They used to house, the agent used to have, veterans, social security used to come down, certain things, and meet with the citizens, stuff like that. They got a
Whatever ideas we got then.
we got a conference room there, so if they,
Go forward with it.
go there, and we had a commissioner meeting there, back at the head court here. We went down there and had some, commissioner meeting. Anyway, we'll discuss that a little later on this. That's it, Patrick. You got Jason. Thanks, Kim. Jason,
We have some, Mr. McGowan asked me about this yesterday. We did receive, and we usually receive some materials every year for the piles cleanup. I think they started out when they first started doing this, maybe it was a weekend or a week out of the year. And now they do it in the whole month of April. So, we do have some bags. I know we've had different organizations, stuff like that over the past that have, partnered with, worked with. I know Richard Larkins has been involved with some of that, too, with some high school kids, middle school kids, younger kids. And so we do got some materials. In the past, we've loaned some materials out, some vests and some litter pickup things, and we should have some of those available still. we'll see about getting a few more. You know, if anybody wants to participate. In the past, like I said, if we've had groups pick it up, sometimes they'll just leave the trash, you know, in bags along the road. We'll come back up and pick it up, whatever we need to do. But if that's going on, the state has designated April as their month for the PALS cleanup throughout the state.
Hold on, just before you go.
Sure.
Attorney,
What?
you been the judge, you have any youngsters that cutting up might want to do some community service, get out there?
No, not a one.
I'm trying to get you help there.
You asked me, did they want to?
Well, that want to, but.
Ask him
None of them want to do anything to cause trouble.
If you convict them to do it.
I don't have that authority, only in the city. I don't have any authority in the county.
I did, you know,
Gave an opportunity.
I know Mayor Smith, he did mention, you know, about, I think he's trying to promote it, and, I'm not sure what kind of involvement they're gonna have, but I think he's trying to promote it and get some organizations involved with it too, with the city of New Springs.
I mean, I can do some people in the city to community service, but the thing is, you send us in to pick up paper, you gotta have somebody to supervise. You gotta have somebody from the city to go there, and you got to provide them with the bags and provide them with the little stick things you squeeze to pick it up, and somebody to say, yeah, they did their 8 hours on Saturday or 4 hours on Sunday or whatever. So that means you're gonna have to hire somebody to supervise how many people you got to do. Now, they do it in Auburn all the time.
Yeah, but it's real touchy.
See the judge over there picking up paper in a minute.
They see them
So
side
they
of the
got
road,
somebody to supervise.
they
Sometimes
slinging dope out there to them, but they sticking it up their butt.
Mr. Marlon, I'm sorry.
The way that program is set up, it's actually set up for civic organizations and private organizations to participate in it. And they send out a press release for them to do it. And they kind of like not encourage the county to say, hey, we're doing it. But if you as a commissioner yourself want to get a group and go out and pick paper up, that'll be on your personal time. Sure. It won't be a Bullock County Commission event. But they did send bags. I forgot to tell you, I dropped those bags off over there, and we got grabbers, we got the vests, and they dropped gloves off. So we have in material any civic group. They're asking any group that did adopt a mile, they're asking to participate in the month of April to clean your mile up. Because some people get the sign and never clean that mile up. They have adopted mile on county roads also just as well as the state route. And we know the liability on that there, so we're not encouraging Bullock County Commission to sponsor it, so to speak, but we do have gloves, grabbers, and bags for any organization that wants to participate in 2026 Alabama PALS. Don't drop it on Alabama. That's it.
Sometimes you do have churches, some of the churches are active.
And I have the clean up sheets. Anybody want to volunteer, have sheets, and we'll send it to the state, and they'll recognize you and your group for what you're doing.
Well,
Commissioner Marlowe, you have a press release here. Is this going to the press? If they send it to the press, that would be good to get to the local press. That's a press release from PALS.
Yes, it should be next week.
It
Should be this week.
Oh, so it's going to the paper? Oh, okay.
Well, I'd like to just say in my district, Mr. Greg Simpson out there in Greyhoe, ever since I've been a commissioner, once he adopted the mile, he's been cleaning up every year he was able to clean up. Now, he hold his end of the bargain, and the Greyhoe community come out and they all join together and they get that mile of road cleaned up in the memories of his son. And that's ever since I've been on the commission. And that's been a while now.
Yeah. But Jason, you finna start doing some bush hogging, so out in that rural out there, you need to get some extra inmates or something to do a good thorough cleaning.
We're trying to talk with
the head of the.
We're trying to talk with the state out here as far as getting some inmates and working with them.
You know, go ahead.
The only other thing I will say, we do have a site, and I didn't take any pictures of it, but if you'll get with me afterwards, it is a dump site, and we do sometimes submit these to the state, but they have to be really big, and this one is really big. And I'd really like the commissioners to take a look at it.
Tired of
Just garbage. And, it's on County Road 31. It's on a bridge. If you go down 239, 223, you take a left on County Road 31, it's the first bridge you come across. We have submitted, Mr. Adams is familiar with it, but he knows where it is for sure. And
Trash?
but there is a pile of trash, unbelievable.
You find the
And
address?
that's where Kanaka River goes
That's
under the
true.
bridge right there.
Right.
You got some addresses?
Let the state handle that, because see, them could be federal charges with them throwing it in that creek. And see, you throwing it off in that creek, you contaminating that creek.
I just encourage you, and the commission truck is out here to look at it. As commissioners, look at it and see what the magnitude I'm talking about is. It's the biggest one I've ever seen. It's
Commissioner Long, if it's going in that creek, that's an environmental.
That's what I'm saying,
Yeah.
that'd be federal.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
environmental.
I'll be glad to talk to you afterwards.
But we need to call them to come in.
Yeah. If there's anything hazardous in there, I mean,
Well-
garbage hazard,
Yeah,
period.
it is.
Yeah.
Waste, health,
Security camera.
could be some leaders.
The only other thing too, I was gonna say, and I mentioned this to attorney before we walked in, is that lawsuit, if that's something we could discuss in the
So this executive session.
executive session, just to bring the commission up to date.
I mean, if you can put it on there today as an agenda item, if the commission goes along, I mean.
Yeah, whatever, I mean, I don't know nothing about it, so, yeah.
I mean, just to get them up to date on that.
Yeah, I like to be up to date. I don't know anything about it.
I know very little, I know.
Y'all want.
But we'll discuss.
We're gonna place that on the.
Yeah, y'all, you know, I know what he's talking about. But I don't know who all the players are, but I know about it. But if y'all are doing an executive session just to get everybody up to speed,
Yeah.
we can do that. It won't take 2 minutes.
That'd be fine.
So if you wanna put an executive session on the agenda for today, that's fine.
We got a meeting at 1 anyway, so that'll prolong the time of standing around twisting our fingers.
Anyone else have anything to say in order for the agenda, right quick? Everybody good? Thank you. Commissioner Larkin, got anything you need to add to the agenda?
I don't have anything, I'd just like to thank everyone, for participating in the car show. It was a wonderful event, and next year I'm looking forward to us partnering again. And thank everyone for the donations and trophies and their participation. Like I said, just being there, seeing your face, that means a lot, you know, just to see our leaders walking the street, you know, working together, something positive. Because that's get a positive look on us all to see, you know, positive.
Well, we thank you and your wife for what y'all do in the community. Not only the car show, but all what your organization does in this community for the youth and the elderly people. So that's a wonderful job.
Yeah.
And try to do it as long as you possibly can. because we
Well, I'm
need-
dedicated to Bullock County, and I'm gonna do what I can for Bullock County as long as I'm up on this earth, I think. Because the reason why I do it is because of my daughter. I want my daughter to have a stable place to come back to serve Bullock County. And I'm looking for her to be a servant here in Bullock County.
And some ministry.
Yeah, in one way or another.
Commissioner Adams, you?
Nothing.
Thank you. Anything else?
Just reminder, and I can do it in executive session, but I'm gonna be in front of Judge Horn at 1 o'clock. Anybody wants to come,
Yeah. Yeah, we got it. All right.
Now, Jason, did you get a copy of this Bullock County fueling system quote? Okay, I'd like to take a look at it and let's discuss this and see what we can do about, getting this moving forward. That's all.
Yeah, I just had one announcement, the Greenwood Carlisle community, we can have an Easter egg hunt April 4th, that's the day before Easter. That's gonna be on County Road 7 from 12 to 3, so bring all kids and bring yourself.
Then the ages on that for the kids.
Anybody from 2 to 76. So there's everybody come out, that's gonna be April 4th, from 12 to 3, any age.
Well, gentlemen, we're gonna go into our meeting, but I need a break. I gotta go to the little boat.
anybody want baby tomato plants? I accidentally made too many. Baby maker is free.